A roving village. How clever.
The beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient dead and unknown horrors alike. The Countess brought it here as part of some nefarious plan. I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to give up this madness. Those creatures are too coherent and intelligent to be manifestations of corruption. I suspect that they are the descendants of divine tampering. There was a being I once knew in the ancient days, a trickster, who would have appreciated someone to laugh at his ill-conceived humor. What more perfect audience for a sickening jester than a pack of gibbering hyenas?
What? I have a very long official title, but you may simply address me as Zaka. The young ones will harp on and on about our strict traditions, but I'm old enough to get away with it, so I do. My role is that of a keeper of tales. I was chosen by my predecessor, rather than being allowed to become a Dekara or perform other duties. I'm not permitted near combat, for the stories I keep are one of our most valuable resources. We understand the plains of Vastiri through the lens of these words handed down to us over the centuries. We see what used to lie where sand dwells now, and hear the bold proclamations and lamentations of yesteryear. That is my role, to be the worldly eyes and ears of the Ardura. This is the tale as it was told to me by our Akara's Tale Woman before me, and as told to her by the Tale Woman before her. These words have remained unchanged since the beginning. Many thousands of years ago, we were a simple people, hunters, roamers. We moved valley to valley in search of meat and berries. There was none of the discipline we know today, but that was about to change. These fair plains became barren and lightless. A time those generations called the winter of the world. 1,000 years of ice brought hardship and suffering, but that was only the beginning. To the south, the foreign tyrant An fell, and horrible creatures flooded forth under this darkness, seemingly born of bone and blood and foul magic. Survival meant banding together and creating the strict traditions that eventually became what we know today. To fight was to live. Disorder meant death. In the darkest depths of that era, when hope was but a memory, the twin sister Sekemas, Solarai and Landara, arose to unite our scattered peoples for the first time. They wielded the essence of gold and silver, gleaming with such ferocity that the grey skies had no choice but to give way. The creatures retreated under the sands, never to be seen again, and our fair plains blazed with emerald forests and sapphire rivers. This brought about the most glorious age of our people, a time of conquest, wealth, great heroes, and gods that lasted for another 1,000 years. But then, one fell winter, the gods vanished. Our beloved Garukan was the last to succumb, holding on for 2 moons against a powerful innovation. She gave what final orders she could, mandated our traditions be upheld, and then went silent. The Maraketh were not disturbed. we did not lose hope. We knew who we were, and those values had not left us with the departure of the gods. When the sky burned, when the Vaal fell, when the Eternals came and sought to be our masters, and then fell as well, we endured. We have protected these fair plains for 304 generations, and we will continue to do so for another 304. That is our duty and our birthright.
Who goes there? By the sound of your voice, you cannot be Marraketh. It is always intriguing to meet foreign warriors and learn their ways of war. I only hope I have weapons and armor that might be useful to you. I am Shambren. Zarka holds all the wisdom and knowledge of the Adura, and the stories of many other Akaras as well. Our traditions help us survive as these lands turn to dust over generations, and in many ways, that lush beauty still exists for us through her words. Especially now the gods have returned to Rayclast, we know that our beliefs have power. Perhaps we can bring back those verdant forests and gleaming rivers, if only we have enough faith in a leader strong enough to make it real. Does the scorpion sting carry less poison at night? In the hopes of taking on fighting duty again, I am still practicing the art of the sword. Red-eyed Nasima, she of the second sight, proved that there is more to combat than mere vision. However, there is still honor in serving the role of tradesmith and weapon master. I served as a Dekara for as long as I was able, and I intend to fulfill this duty with just as much dedication.
I am Asala, the Sekima of the Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingak. Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us. So, the beast has entered the world once more. We were following a trail of corruption before we were waylaid, and now we shall resume the hunt. We Marraketh are honor-bound to seek and contain corruption wherever it may be found. It seems the sacred duty falls on us once more. The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently resides. I am willing to begin wherever you and your shade thinks is wisest.
This whole operation would be more efficient if they were dead.
What is it? Corruption has returned to the Vestiri. Before this season, the Haonic warriors you fought would never have dared raid a caravan. The dead have begun to rise again, and other creatures of the desert have started changing. By Zarka's accounts, the land is returning to the way it was before. These are ill times. After the Beast of Highgate was slain, all other Akaras vowed to pursue and eradicate corruption should it ever return. Never again will a sole Akara suffer the weight of history. This Oriana would find no allies among our Akaras. We are no strangers to the eternal war against corruption. If she has allies in this region, they cannot be of the Marraketh. Foreigners often misunderstand the concept of the Sekima. I am no dictator. and do not make some pathetic claim of divine right. Emperors are for nations filled with the weak-minded and soft, as history has proven every time an empire falls and we endure. I am Sekima, because others have put their faith in me as the strongest and most capable among us. I lead because there is no better replacement. It is a role I deserve, by definition. Move swiftly.
Seems the Farad'n have been up to no good in the hills of Morden. Putrefy!
Our people have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten, will be forgotten. We are not Faradin. We are Maraketh. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them that casting us off is a mistake. We must show them our strength. Perhaps we can one day rebuild Keth itself. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.